You ever get that feeling that you're just following a script? You know, the one that says, go to school, get a job, grow old, and then just fade away? Well, today, we're going to talk about tearing that script up and writing a brand new one.
Have you ever been old? I've been young. Kind of weird, right? It sounds almost like a challenge, but this one line from a Korean song gets to the heart of a really powerful truth about how we choose to live our lives.
So, the person asking that question in the song, they're the main character, a 90-year-old who is just completely shattering every single stereotype you can think of when it comes to aging.
I mean, just get a load of this. At 90 years old, this person doesn't need glasses, they don't have a hearing aid, they don't even have dentures. They can literally chew raw meat without any trouble. Physically, they're just bursting with life. But here's the thing, they haven't been living a life that matches that reality at all.
And this brings them to this huge kind of heartbreaking question. Who made me act like an old person? It's this sudden realization that they've just been playing a part, you know? Following a script that was handed to them, a script that just doesn't fit who they really are. So, who wrote this thing anyway?
Well, the source material we're looking at gives this invisible force a name. And it's not a person, it's not some secret committee, it's something it just calls the world. Okay, so when we say the world, or seisang in Korean, we're not talking about the planet Earth. Think of it more like all the societal pressures, the expectations, the unwritten rules that are always telling us how we're supposed to live. It's like this leader who barks orders but takes absolutely zero responsibility for what happens to you. It's a mirage. It looks real, but when you actually reach out for it, there's nothing there.
And that's where the real danger is. So many of us, whether we realize it or not, we just follow along. We do the things we're supposed to do. And then one day, we wake up and realize the life we've spent all this time building, it isn't really ours. And that can lead to some serious regret. So let's look at this side by side, because it really makes it clear. On one side, you've got the world's script. It says act your age, follow the crowd, prepare for the end. Basically, it wants you to be a quiet bystander in your own life. But then look at the other side, an authentic life. Here, age is just a number. You write your own story. You prepare for a new start. And most importantly, you are the active protagonist. And that brings us right back to our 90-year-old at the exact moment they realized which script they'd been reading from.
This is it. This is the big wake-up call for the hero of our song. At 90 years old, they finally see the script for what it is, and it hits them just how much time they've lost.
30 years, a full 3 decades. That's how long they feel they've wasted, because the world told them, hey, you're retired, time to be quiet, time to prepare for death. And they listened. They expected the end was just around the corner. But it wasn't. And 30 vibrant, perfectly healthy years just slipped by while they were just waiting around.
You know, their journey is such a powerful lesson for us. It starts with just unthinking obedience, right? Just going along with it. Then comes that gut punch of a realization, seeing what was lost. But, and this is the absolute key, it ends with a decision, a choice, to start over, to make a new beginning right now at 90. Because it is never, ever too late.
And that really brings us to the whole point of this story. It's a call to action, really. It's about stopping being a passive observer and finally grabbing the steering wheel of your own life story.
Don't be an extra. You know, a background character just walking through the scenes of your own life while the real story happens somewhere else.
And don't even settle for being a supporting character, living your life just to help someone else's story move forward, always reacting to their drama, their plot twists.
No, you have to be the lead, the protagonist. You've got to live subjectively, make your own choices, write your own dialogue, and push the plot forward yourself. Because at the end of the day, it's your story.
The source material puts it in a way that just really hits you. The most pitiful person is one who lives on the periphery of another's life, consuming their own. Think about that. When you're just an extra, you're literally burning through your one precious life to fill the background of someone else's movie.
So, I guess we end with this question. Forget what the world says you're supposed to do. Forget the script that was handed to you. If you picked up the pen right now, today, and decided to write the very next scene of your life, what would happen next?